Colombia is amazing. I mean, where else can you pick and make your very own chocolate and then literally fly a boat?
I'm flying a boat!
We're about to show you the best things to do on your vacation.
Welcome to the party! Let's have some fun!
Welcome to Colombia!
Of course, you're gonna have an amazing time here, and we're gonna show you how.
Let's go!
So everybody knows the first thing you do on vacation is put your life at risk.
We are going parasailing. Oh my gosh. So we're gonna then go from some cloth and a string.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you realize how crazy this is?
But first, we gotta get there. It's a windy ride up the mountain. The mountain is so high, you actually have to drive up through the clouds. So you're seated there watching this safety video, but the sky, there's no sky.
Okay, so here's the thing. If it doesn't clear up, you don't fly.
Oh, I hope we didn't come here for nothing.
But almost at once, the clouds evaporate and you can finally see.
The skies just got clear. You can probably see a little bit of Medellin behind us. I can't talk anymore.
Why are you all out of breath already?
Because I'm talking and you're just breathing.
All right, race, 3, 2, 1, go. Look at her back there, all huffing and puffing.
The second you get there, it's time to move.
Yeah, hi, how are you? Oh, wonderful. Good to meet you.
There's only a few minutes before the next set of clouds rolls in, and you don't even have time to second guess what's about to happen.
Your heart is in your throat. Knees are all wobbly, but there's no time to back down. This is it. Nothing can prepare you for this. The second you leave the ground, you feel a peace like no other.
Oh my God! Wow!
I've always been afraid of heights, but honestly, I was not scared at all. It's so beautiful up there. You like completely forget that you're up in the sky.
Yeah, but my cool out of 10 was when we flew into the clouds and then flew above them.
Cows.
You could see everything from here, and flying that close to birds is incredible.
Literally everybody needs to see this. It's so awesome.
You know the only thing that sucked about this though?
Having to land.
Yeah! You made it!
I absolutely love it. Like, I was not afraid at all. Like, I'm so afraid of heights. Everyone needs to try this. It's beautiful. It's wow. And the guys are super cool too.
They are so good.
Yeah. So right after you land, you run down the hill, rappel down the mountain. Oh yeah, you're just getting started. This is Ruben, the owner of the paragliding company, and he's got awesome adventure park house and the coolest waterfall in his backyard.
Who jumps in first? I jump in first or you jump in first? Would you walk across that thing?
If we go, I'll go, I guess. Oh. See that string of trash canlets? They look perfect for walking on, right? So they just told me I'm gonna be walking this. This is like the craziest thing I ever done. Well, if I fall, is it gonna save me? So they're not actually trash cans, and luckily they let you in, but it was kind of windy, and this bridge is pretty wobbly. Each step made it sway even more, but if you can float around in the sky, a bridge should be no sweat. You got this. Okay, bridge complete. Next, zip line.
Let's see who goes first. Rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2, 3, go. I'm gonna run and jump. Run and jump.
Oh, now this is fun. We've gone ziplining before, but never this close to a cliffside, and there definitely wasn't any waterfalls splashing you in the face.
best place on earth right here. It's the perfect view, it's perfect people.
If you don't do this, you're missing out.
And this is the only place you could do something like this.
Where else in the world can you zip line in Medellin?
Now that we're back on the ground, let's take a look at some of the city. This is El Poblado, and it's one of the most popular places in Medellin.
That's emerald. It's national stone of Colombia.
Walking across the street, more like dancing across the street. They got lots of music here. They got a lot of parties here.
There are a lot of tourists here.
Really good food here. I love
Really
the food
good.
here.
Yes, the restaurants are amazing.
There's a whole bunch of art here. There's so much art here. All the spray painting and stuff. Looks pretty cool.
There's a lot here, and El Poblado might be the most popular spot for visitors.
But there are a few other places that we like. Let's show you.
Medellin is divided into a bunch of neighborhoods, or how they like to call it, barrios. This is La America, and it has more of a local feel, which is definitely what I prefer. But the place I love the most is Laureles. It has a lot of small restaurants, cafes, shops, this super fresh grocery store, and of course the mall. This is how you open a passion fruit.
Yeah, you did it.
A lot of things grow here that don't grow anywhere else in the world, and if you want to taste some of the local fruits, and of course you do, you gotta check out the exotic fruit tour. Welcome to exotic fruit tasting. Here you'll visit a local food market and try a bunch of things you probably never heard of, like this kiwi, but not a kiwi.
It tastes like a sour kiwi with seeds.
I cracked it. The outside smells like poop, the inside smells like stinky feet, and it tastes like a dirty sponge from your sink. This is when it's the best. Luckily there's a lot more to taste. Look, it's corn!
Alright, it's time to head up into the mountains and find out just how my favorite candy is made.
Today we're picking some chocolate.
That's not how you eat a banana.
It's how I just did.
It's about an hour-long drive to get to this awesome chocolate farm.
This is where chocolate comes from. Chocolate beans.
We're gonna find them, pick them, and do all the fun stuff to transform them.
And we're gonna make our own chocolate.
Do you think there's any chance I could get the machete? I've always wanted to wield my way through a forest like this.
They come right off the tree, and when you cut into them, no, there's not a chocolate bar, but you'll see these white berries that, in my opinion, is as good, if not better, than actual chocolate.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I love this.
They're so good, no?
Whoa. Forget chocolate, this is what's up.
Oh, and bananas are grown everywhere here. And if they're ripe, you might get a taste.
Is it good?
It's so good.
Whoa. Whoa. Dang, you were so strong, babe.
Oh my god, this is heavy.
They're definitely not that heavy in the store.
Okay, so with your pockets full of chocolate beans, it's time to start the fun part. You gotta get all these little berries out. The shells go back into the world. So these beans needs to dehydrate for a week. We'll just go ahead and grab some that are ready.
Next comes the roasting.
I cannot stop mixing it because otherwise it's gonna burn. And we're gonna burn chocolate. Nobody wants burnt chocolate, right?
All these beans have shells. Those gotta come off.
These are real chocolate beans and they are called nibs. When you try it, it's really sour, bitter, but aftertaste, you taste the chocolate. Now it kinda starts to taste like what you're familiar to, but it definitely needs some sugar.
Now this is the fun part. You have to grind these nibs with the sugar into a smooth paste. It looks like clumps right now, but each time you put it in the grinder, it gets finer and finer until you finally get something like ice cream.
Making chocolate!
So what we gotta do is we mix these things into here, but we gotta do it fast because it dries. So we don't want it to dry.
And after the trays, take a quick visit to the freezer. The only thing left to do is feast on your very own chocolate bar.
Chocolate!
One single man was responsible for the explosion of white stuff. He's had movies, TV shows, and even Netflix specials.
The Escobar tour will take you to many places he influenced, including this entire neighborhood with over 200 houses that he built.
You also get to see the famous prison he built for himself when he was eventually caught.
And you'll even see where and how they think he escaped. You'll learn all about what was going on in Colombia at the time and hear the very divided opinions about this man. But then, the reality. You see, people here lost lives because of Pablo. And I get it. It's easy to get disconnected because it's on TV. But even though the movies and shows make him look like a rock star, the reality is that there are so many lives and families still affected by the violence he brought. At this memorial, each hole represents a life that was lost. 30,000 in total.
This is really, really important part of the history, and I think it's really something that we should all learn and understand and not glorify, but understand, remember, and move on, you know?
You'll visit his burial site, where occasionally some of his men will even show up to pay their respects. And of course, you'll see the infamous house where he lost his life. Here at this normal house on an ordinary street, there are no vendors, no kiosks, no Pablo merch sold, and it's sad saying, Colombia doesn't define themselves about this one man. They've moved on, and instead of commercializing on it, they're looking towards the future. Now it's time to see how the aristocrats live.
Welcome to El Castillo!
Pickies up, y'all.
Actually, the entrance is as far as you can get with the cameras, but you know us, we can have fun anywhere. This castle belonged to Diego Echevarria Misas, who made a bunch of contributions to the development of Colombia in the 1900s. It is pretty inside, but unless you're a Diego fan, this might not be your favorite thing to do here. So in a lot of places around the world, when you see graffiti on the wall, you're like, oh no, I'm in the dangerous neighborhood, what do I do now? Not in Medellin, you're totally fine. You're gonna see graffiti all over the city. It's because they want to express themselves. They want to encourage that, actually. It's their way of showing their art, their beautiful skills. So you don't have to worry if you see graffiti in Medellin, you're not in the bad area.
Not only are most neighborhoods safe, we'll go even further and mention that Colombians are the nicest, the most welcoming, warm-hearted people we've ever met. Not only are they friendly and super helpful, even with the language barrier, but they'll go out of your way to make sure you feel right at home. The culture is one of the best, with talent everywhere. I mean, where else can you go with a drive-by serenade?
Today we're at Parque Explora. Let's check out some stuff. This is a fun interactive museum with a bunch of science activities and a ton of other things that will distract you from, you know, the fact that you're learning. What?
Oh, you were recording that.
I'm like dizzy. We promise you won't be bored there.
Here we go, I'm hitting all these lights, let's go.
They even have an aquarium with stingrays, and this fish I cannot pronounce. It's plastic bags. What? Okay, no, they really are. I thought that was, you know.
Plastic bag fish?
The exhibits here get pretty creative, and across the street they have the planetarium, and across the street from that is a botanical garden. I mean, if you have time, you can come and see stuff, make a circle, walk around, but it's free.
It's not that it's bad at all. It's just that everything in the botanical garden is stuff that you find everywhere in Colombia already.
It's a park.
Oh, you get the idea.
So there is a ton of ways to get around Medellin. You got taxis, buses, Uber is crazy affordable here.
So an Uber for about a 20-30 minute ride, only gonna cost you about $3.
This guy knows how to get around. There is also a really nice tram that will get you all over town, and the views are always nice.
But if you need to travel up the mountains, they've got just the thing for you. The cable cars. Aside from how useful they are, they're also pretty fun, relaxing, and they are the best way to catch some stunning views as you ride over the colorful rooftops.
And if you take the cable car past the city, through the forest, and all the way to the end, you'll get to Parque Arvi. Strawberries.
Muchas gracias. Oh, wow. So I guess you just eat this?
Yeah. Without that, Marcel.
So these orange things taste just like cherries, mixed with a little bit of tangerine.
Sorry, my bad, that was silly of me.
Marcel!
So at Parque Arvi, they have a nature trail. It also includes a guide, but the guide is only in Spanish. When you step inside, you're greeted by a charming forest where you could wander around the trail, and cute little structures have been sculpted to blend perfectly with nature.
It's not how most of my walks go. Okay, that's different. I'm gonna pass you now. Please don't open your eyes. Please don't open your mouth. Don't look at me as I'm passing you. Please don't turn your head.
When you come here, make sure to bring like a hiking shoes or just comfortable shoes to walk in. I think there is a river right here. I heard there are waterfalls. Let's find that river.
They have a nice little meditation circle where you can lay on the soft.
It's really cool here. There's nature, but I wouldn't say it's a must-do when you're in Medellin. If you have enough time, definitely come check it out.
And surprise, we actually did find the river a long time ago. It's just so small, we didn't even realize it until afterwards.
Everybody, and you repeat after me. I promise.
I promise.
Not to get lost. Thank you so much.
I make no
Chicos,
promises.
I do not
we're gonna visit inside.
I don't promise nothing.
We're gonna.
Medellin has some amazing places and a history that's unfolding around you. The best way to see it firsthand is with a free walking tour that'll take you to some of the key spots in the downtown area. He's here to tell us about the past, how it connects to the present, and what it means for the future.
This part of town can be slightly sketchy. Okay, so you have a lot of people that are close to you, a lot of people calling out, trying to get your attention for something. Being with a tour is good because you're in a big group with locals who know what to look out for. They're gonna make sure you're safe and make sure all your belongings are with you.
Now, let's be honest, a lot of people here are doing a lot with only a little bit, and inevitably, someone's gonna ask for money. It's nice to contribute, but if you're not in a position to, here's the best way to respond.
In my opinion, the best way to handle that situation is to be frank but respectful at the same time, is not ignoring the person and directly saying two words, no, perdón. Somehow maybe it's a Colombian thing,
Right.
but it's our way, you know? No, perdón, and looking at the person. That way, being respectful and direct.
So Medellin, for the most part, is extremely, extremely safe. But like most cities, there are places where you don't necessarily want to go by yourself, and definitely not at night. This is one of them, and it's really cool. So you do want to come here. That way you can see everything with a group and locals, so everybody around you knows what's going on.
This art gallery is right in the same downtown area we were just in. It has a lot of abstract, contemporary, and classical pieces that make it a nice spot for all art lovers.
The entrance is 30,000 Colombian pesos per person. So up here on the third floor, you get to see the art of Fernando Botero, which is like the most famous artist in Colombia, so you cannot record any videos. I'm actually pretty excited to see what he made, so vámonos. No looking.
No, all you see is my hand.
Welcome to Don Rafa Coffee Farm!
Hey!
So we're going to pick some coffee beans.
Everybody knows that the best coffee comes from Colombia. So while you're here, you gotta see how it's made. At Don Rafa, you'll get to learn the whole process, from planting seeds to brewing the perfect cup. After you get the berries, the process is pretty similar to chocolate. Dehydrate, dehusk, you know the drill by now.
Here is the good coffee, and let me show you. When you open the husk, because you open it, you have a whole bean, nice, pretty, healthy bean, but then the waste. Most of these beans, if you like go for any of these, that's what you get. That's what you get. And why aren't they throwing it away? Well, because this coffee is going to the stores. So if you go to like Walmart or any other store and purchase your coffee, this is what you're gonna get. That's the coffee you drink. Enjoy.
So the story of how coffee was discovered is almost as exciting as making it. In 9th century Ethiopia, a farmer noticed that his sheep were going a little crazy after hanging out with this plant here with berries. He did some experiments, tested a few things, and discovered that when brewed a certain way, these berries give you superpowers.
We have good coffee that smells like coffee, and bad coffee, commercial coffee, that smells like dirt. And we're gonna try them both. That was a good slurp.
That's delicious. Can I do more? Okay.
The fresh beans go into the roaster where they change from pale green to a dark brown.
The bag is still warm. Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
The experts will show you the best way to make a tasty coffee that'll have you wild for hours. And if you pass all the tests, even you might win the rite of passage.
Yes.
Ambassador of coffee.
Yeah.
Not just any coffee, Colombian coffee, all right?
I am excited about this. I'm gonna use this everywhere.
Yeah, at the like airport.
At the airport. We're on our way to Cocora Valley, and they have the tallest palm trees on the planet there. We're gonna go check them out, see how tall they actually are.
This is Cocora Valley in Salento. That's right, we're in a new city checking out palm trees. But before you get there, don't forget to stop at the Instagram farm. OMG, my feet is gonna be glammy.
Manos de Cocora looks like what happens when all the unicorns come together and vomit over a mountainside. The beautiful colors will give you content for days. Next, you can kickstart your sugar intake for the year at this cafe. It's the last one on the street.
I've never had these before. They're extremely crunchy, and they remind me of Fruity Pebbles. They're exactly like, this is a huge Fruity Pebble, basically.
And this whipped cream wafer thing with strawberry and cheese? It's so bomb. And don't worry about getting lost, there's only one road.
And if you're up for a horseback ride, there's always one close by who'll be happy to take you up. We're gonna start here. We're gonna go here, see the palm trees. We're gonna go here, do the hint. We're gonna go back here, continue this way to Colibers. Then we're gonna go down by the river and we're gonna be done. And that's supposed to take us 5 hours, so let's go.
It's so colorful.
As soon as you get here, the view is breathtaking with palm trees as big as skyscrapers surrounding you all over. Pro tip, if you don't plan to go the entire 5 hours, turn right here, and if your photo album isn't already full, you can get some sick photos of yourself waiting in line for the hand. 20 minutes here and we barely move.
That sweet hand is so close I could almost taste it. I could almost taste the fingertips.
Okay, this line is ridiculous. You know what to do. So if you head back up the mountain, you'll find some more views and the rest area, but after talking to some people, we decided to change our plans. We're not going for the hummingbirds, because it's more up and down and up. And it's like an hour and a half from here. We're going back down. More palm trees. Turns out there's not really palm trees if you're going up to the hummingbirds, so we want to see them palm trees. We're all about the palm trees. And maybe, just maybe, we can go back and there's nobody in the line for the hand anymore. So we can just snap a quick picture and not waste 2 hours of our lives waiting for 30 seconds of fun. And as we took each step up the magnificent Instagram hand, we felt a rush of achievement, like everything in our lives had led up to this moment.
High five!
Okay, so you've seen every tree and you snapped every photo. It's time to head back. Just one thing.
This is gonna be your line. It's gonna take a while. Luckily, there's gonna be a handful of cars, but you still have a huge line to wade through.
But hey, don't get mad at me. This place is pretty popular.
So let's check out actual city of Salento. It's pretty small with gorgeous, colorful square, but all the action can be found on this main road that leads to the viewpoint. Here you'll find a million shops, food, and music everywhere. I'm gonna shoot some candy. Now, who put a shooting range in the middle of a walkway? Doesn't matter, I'm playing.
Oh, I'm moving too fast for you.
They're only darts.
Sorry, everybody up the hill. I promise if I hit you, it's an accident.
Wow.
Millimeters away.
So when you make it to the top, you'll find a view of the city and our new favorite drink.
All right, so it looks like we're drinking the sugarcane juice that's literally made from sugarcane, literally in front of you.
This is how you make sugarcane juice.
Careful.
Yeah? Okay, and then okay.
Woo!
Oh yeah! Oh, yeah, it's like biting into an apple. And it's sweet. That's how you do it.
This is the drink of gods right here.
It's so good.
Try some just
without
with,
the lemon.
yeah.
Oh my god.
This is the best drink you'll ever have in your entire life. I promise you this. Cheers.
Oh. I need uno más, por favor.
Muchas gracias.
Now, of course, you could find food here, but our favorite places were off the main street.
That cheese though is good.
This looks like a snow globe. I want to go here for the winter and like make snow angels inside. Guys, put cheese in your honey. Put honey in your cheese. Whichever version of it makes it work for you, do it because that tastes good.
The other place we found was amazing. They out here barbecuing these burgers like a pro. At night, these streets get pretty lively, so stick around, have some fun. The driving here is gonna take about 8 hours, so you may not wanna commit 16 hours of a round trip drive on your vacation, but you can take a plane and that'll cut that down to about 40 minutes. There's another 40-minute drive from the airport, but that's still way less travel time. Try to book your hotel in advance. Everything in town was already booked solid. Now to get to those streets is about a 20-minute drive, and you can catch one of these Jeeps. They're a few blocks away from the main street. It looks a little chaotic, but find this ticket booth. You can get your round trip tickets here. And you could ride at night, but just keep in mind, there might be only 2 cars doing the commute after the park closes.
You can also call our crazy Salento driver. He's really reliable. We just never really understood what he said. It's pretty small town, so 1 to 2 days should be all you need. Welcome to the bee farm.
Even with one sting, you could die.
It's time for another city, y'all, and today we're in Jardin, where I'm taking on my biggest childhood fear.
This place is unreal.
What is that supposed to be there? That's not on the map. See this dotted line? That's where you walk through people's houses. That's part of the directions. It's not like it's optional. This is the way to get there.
So this is us with hand-drawn maps trying to find the bee farm.
So we all have that memory from when we were a kid and we got stung by a bee. I am reliving that every single moment as I'm putting on these gloves. I'm hoping that I don't have a recreation of that childhood memory.
Okay.
After you're suited up, it's time to head down to the bees lair. And the sound of these swarming bees is enough to send shivers down your spine.
Sorry.
Thank you. I feel like I'm on fire.
Hope you brought pollen. It's about to get sweet.
What I really want to know, how many bee stings can a human take before we're done and like we explode?
Everything depends on your body. The regular average is from 200 to 250, but don't try this.
Don't test
home.
it.
Ahora, ¿cuántas quiere que te piquen?
How many you want that sting you?
About 249.
You'll also get to visit some friendly bees. That's right, there's about 24 other species of bees that don't sting. You can put your face right up to their nest and smell that fresh honey. Oh, and of course you could taste the honey, buy a few jars, and even drink some honey beer. Now that we survived the bees, let's check out that city.
Welcome to Jardin! Woo! Here you have a little city with a lot of cafes, a lot of things to do, definitely a lot of coffee. You're in Jardin, it's a place where coffee comes from.
This is Dulce del Jardin, and it feels pretty sweet to be here. Whenever you're trying to decide between the red velvet and the chocolate cake, just get both and then decide after you taste them. So rumor has it there's a really cool cafe at the top of that mountain, but there's one way to get there, and that's with a little tin can that's on a couple of strings. Hopefully it's gonna work out. If not, there's nice soft bananas to land on. Let's go. Whoa, it swings like as soon as you step on it. I don't think you should bounce. I skipped the bouncing. Saved him. Oh, we're going.
It's attached to 2 lines, and then this line is pulling it.
The 5-minute ride takes you over a small river, and it's pretty fun, if you call dangling in the air fun.
So when you get to the top, you get to enjoy some nice refreshments, some drinks, some smoothies, whatever you fancy, and the view is incredible.
So pretty.
You can see the whole city.
So this cool ride costed us only 10,000 pesos.
Wait, 10,000?
10,000.
It costs this much money in US and this much money in pesos.
Next, we'll go completely on the other side of town for a nice little hike. Don't worry, the town's only about a mile across.
We're surrounded by bananas. Everywhere you look, there's a banana tree.
Oh my god, this place is just beautiful. We made it, guys, but oh boy, what a walk. It's so hot. But the views are absolutely stunning here. And I can't wait to get coffee, preferably iced coffee, iced drink, and just a bucket of ice.
Now down the hill is a local restaurant that's famous for the fish that they catch and serve in this river that flows right underneath the dining area. We'll be honest, didn't blow us away, but it's really nice to taste some of the local homemade dishes.
But the place that was so good that we went multiple times was Mambro.
We ordered way too much here and loved all of it. But the thing that kept us coming back was their pizza with jam?
Jam, 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 jam.
So to get here, just take the bus from Medellin to Jardin. There's a dozen bus companies, but we went with this one. Ride takes only about 3 hours.
My recommendation for any stay here is to not stay in the city, go a little farther because the views are wow.
We were lucky enough to find this incredible hotel about 15 minutes outside of town. The views are perfect. Peacocks live here, and they even make you breakfast. It's pretty small here too, but there's a lot to explore. We'd say 3 days if you want to do some of the more unique experiences.
Welcome to Comuna 13.
This is the most colorful neighborhood in Medellin. Of course we're gonna check it out. Let's go.
And we're back in Medellin, checking out one of the most unique neighborhoods on the planet. They've got snacks, handmade sculptures, break dancers, and everywhere you look, there's so much art. Even the pictures have paintings. This neighborhood sits on the side of the mountain, which makes for a maze of all the levels.
Colorful rooftop bars are everywhere, and each one gives you a new view of the city. Oh my god!
I know, right?
This is so good!
It's like stupid how good it is. The way to get to these awesome arepas is really easy, but getting lost here is really easy too. So the fastest way is take the escalator, the first escalator, find these stairs, turn right, find these stairs, go up. It's right, come on, I'll show you. It's right here. That's where the awesome arepas are. This right here? Oh, wow. Like just the second you bite it, it's like, wow.
Now, one thing Comuna 13 is not is boring. Just walk down any street and you'll probably find a drive-by rap concert.
All right, now while Maya is tagging up this wall right here, don't worry, it's legal. I want to say a huge thanks to our Patreons. You guys are the reasons why these videos happen. We really appreciate you guys. So, Celeste, you are officially, eternally a part of Colombia. Yeah! Thanks, Celeste! Thanks, Celeste! Thanks, Celeste!
Now, Comuna 13 didn't always used to be this amazing. In fact, just earlier this century, it used to be one of the bloodiest and most dangerous neighborhoods in the world. When you get here, we highly recommend, no, actually, it's a requirement to take a tour with one of the locals. This is Julio, who was just a child and remembers everything from that time.
In here, the idea is to give you the best of the impressions of us and to show you that as much as we had a bad history, we are having an amazing community to work for. So we are keep seeing more art, more shows, more snacks as well. The art explosion, the transformation, and we can connect everything together.
I would say Comuna 13 is one of the must-see things in Medellin. You laugh, you'll cry, and who doesn't want to stuff themselves with empanadas?
Sounds really good because now I can find you no matter where you go.
we're going horseback riding. This kind of...
We're here with Ricardo, about 40 minutes outside of town. We're about to check out some nature.
Okay, so if you want to know how to operate a horse when it's just walking, it's gonna be loose. He's fine, just walking. If you want to stop him, you're gonna pull it. And then if you want to go to the right, you're gonna go to the right, pull the rein to the right. If you want to go to the left, you're gonna pull it to the left. And to make it go faster, you have to kick the heels. But I'm not gonna do it right now because...
This is incredible. It's so pretty here.
Never walk behind the horses if you don't know them. And if you have to, you put the hand so you're gonna let them know that you're walking behind, and you walk close to the legs so they don't have the extension to kick you.
It's actually quite nice. You get to see all the beautiful nature. You get to just relax on a horse. Sometimes you get to go fast on the horse. So it's super cool. Once you get a hang of it, the horse is gonna chill with you. You gotta be friends with the horse.
Now it's time for my favorite part, the food.
That's some dinner.
Medellin has a lot of great foods, but our favorite places were easily in this part of El Poblado. Seriously, we never tasted anything out here that didn't have us doing backflips.
Gringo Tuesday!
Let's get some cervezas, man. I'm ready to fiesta. Let's go. Happy Tuesday.
For nightlife, there is a bunch of places, but El Poblado is easily the most popular for tourists, and there is a good reason for it. You might want to skip the Parkleras area because it's a little sketch, but nearby in Barrio Provenza, there are tons of good vibes. Okay, we're gonna check out one more town, and it's a good one.
Welcome to the party. Let's have some fun.
Awesome lake system aside, GUATAPE has a single rock that's over a gajillion feet high. Actually, it's more like 1,000, but it's still pretty tall. It shoots right out of the ground, and yeah, you can climb it.
This whole street here is not that huge, but there are a bunch of really cool places around here that you might want to check out, like this. Are you ready for this?
No,
You're not ready for this? We've prepared our whole lives for this moment.
I was not. Gracias. 50, look.
Oh, they have markings.
So you're gonna head up the stairs at first. It's nice and pretty, but then your legs, they're gonna stop legging. No, I need a break. Okay, 150. 150 is my break time. It's a little high here. So my fear of heights is kicking in a little bit. It's high. And I'm at 175. Okay, so we are at step 400. It's not like really hard to get up here, but it's really high, so if you're like afraid of heights like I am, I'm trying not to look back right now because my legs are feeling a little bit like jello, but oh my god.
Yeah! I finally made it, yes! Thank you. Hey, I appreciate it, thank you. You don't have to clap. It's cool. I appreciate it though. Y'all are proud of me, I know. Hey, you made it. Thank you. You the man.
When you finally make it to the top, you get this awesome view that's simply unreal. The lake goes on as far as you can see, and it's hard to believe that a place like this exists. You've come a long way, and by now, you've earned yourself some micheladas. Well, they got you covered, with drinks and snacks all over the place.
This mango is so good. They put it with lemon and salt. So good. How is it?
Not so much my favorite, but hey, explore, try everything. So I was excited coming upstairs because the views were cool, but coming down, I would say it even looks cooler. So everybody get up to the top so you can come downstairs and look at how nice it is.
So to get here, you'll just hop on a bus from Medellin to El Peñol, and the ride takes about 2 hours. You can continue straight to GUATAPE, but if you're in the mood to explore, there's a nice little restaurant at the top of the hill over by the mini rock. Now from El Peñol to GUATAPE, you have two options. Right across the street from the bus stop are some Jeeps. And are you ready for the cool part? You could just ride outside like an actor. Just don't let go or they'll kick you out. Don't ask me how I know this.
Or if you don't have a lot of luggage, you can take my favorite way to get around. Look at this cute little thing.
We're in the town of GUATAPE, just driving around the city, checking out all the colorful buildings. It is so cool here. It's called a tuk-tuk, and it's only a couple bucks for a couple minutes. They'll take you all around town, and you'll be able to see everything. As you can see, every single one of these buildings has a different color theme, and it looks so cool everywhere you go. Okay. Okay. Wow. If it's ever raining, this is the spot that you want to be on. Oh my God, it gets even cooler. Wait, check this out. This is the most colorful place you're ever gonna find in your life, right here.
They have a really nice cafe. Stop inside.
Lavinia has the best piña. So good. You're gonna love it. Trust me.
Plan for at least 2 days. The rock and town are pretty small, but you're gonna wanna leave yourself plenty of time to get lost in all these streets, visit a water park, the super bubble yacht, or maybe a little jet skiing. Now, we'll admit it's pretty hard to find our new favorite food here, so if it gets tough for you, this place was always a solid option.
Now, climbing the rock is awesome, but if you really want to have some fun, you gotta get up in the sky. That's why today, we're flying a boat.
Over.
You heard right. Boats, they fly now.
It's go time. We're doing this. Okay, that was a nice picture. I gotta go. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye.
This is something we never even dreamed of doing. But today, we're gonna take this little raft the size of a bathtub into the sky.
You're armed with only a fan and a glider. It's hard to believe this blow-up boat can actually fly.
Then the boat shoots off like a rocket, sending wind across your face. Lift off. It's a mix of scared, but you're having so much fun that it doesn't really matter. Honestly, there's nothing like it, and it's the most beautiful place for something this crazy to exist.
So if flying around wasn't cool enough, you'll fly right up to the rock so close you can almost high-five people on top of it. I didn't feel afraid for a second. It was just wow! 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 If you're in GUATAPE, please make sure to get on this experience. Like, I wanna go again.
I would stay up there.
For real.
If we had like unlimited gas, I would just do this and
The
forever.
view, unreal.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for Colombia. Now go! Grab yourself a glider, some arepas, and we'll see you somewhere else in this world. Where two souls have ride.